Hello students, today in your geometry class we're going to be working on vectors. Now, at the end of this lesson, you should have an understanding of vectors and magnitudes. Now, vector is anything with quantity, or any quantity with magnitude and direction. The initial point counts as our starting point. The terminal point is the end point. The magnitude corresponds to the initial point and the terminal point. It usually measures the strength of a vector or object. So, naming convention for vectors will usually work in the following manner. We have our north, east, south, and of course west, all labeled here. And when we label these, we kind of base them off where they start and where they're going and by what measure. So for this first example in blue, we're going to say that we're going 45 degrees east of north. That means we're initially going north, but we're going to go 45 degrees east of that. So for the second one, we should be saying that we are going 30 degrees. Hopefully you figured out it's south of west. You'll notice that 30 degrees started on the west line and they went downwards, which means it went south of west. So finding ordered pairs should be fairly easy, because if you can imagine, this is just a right triangle. That's all we're looking at it as. So if we have this, we have our y and we have our x. So in order for us to figure this stuff out, we want to find the ordered pair, the x or the y. So to find the y, we would use sine 45 equals y divided by 20. Y would be equal to 20 sine 45. So this would turn out to be y equals 10 square root 2. And that's again because I know it, and you could use your calculator to figure this out. And your answer would approximately be let's clear this. So we want sine of 45 times 20. That's equal to 17.02 approximately. So 17.02 is our answer for y. For x, we would do something similar, but it would be cosine 45 equals x divided by 20. X is equal to 20 cosine 45. And because you'll notice it's a 45, 45, 90 triangle, we can substitute this in, but it essentially comes out to be 17.02 approximately. So notice, if we want to find the y's that are up and down, we use sine. If we want to find the x's, or the left and right, we use cosine. With that said, for example 2, we're going to do the same thing. We want to find x and y. So we say sine of 53.13 is equal to y divided by 50. Y is equal to 50 sine 53.13, which is equal to, once I punch this into my calculator, it was 53.13 sine times, I believe it was 50. Your answer turns out to be 133.68. So, I'm sorry, that's 13.68. 13.68. Same thing for cosine. We cosine 53.13 equals x divided by 50. X equals 50 cosine 53.13. And that turns out to be That doesn't work out nicely. Oh, this is... You'll notice that I just did this, and I just noticed I'm in radians, so I need to switch that back into degrees. So, we're going to say 53.13 cosine times 50 is equal to 30 degrees. So this gives you 30 degrees. Now obviously we can go back and fix the other three, but in terms of time, we're going to move on. So find the magnitude. Now finding the magnitude of a vector is not too bad. The magnitude of a vector is the red vector. We're going to illustrate. It says a man walks west 5 miles. So you'll see we drew a dashed line going west 5 miles, so 5. Then he walks north 12 miles. What is the direction and the magnitude of the person? Now, to be clear, they want the direction and the magnitude. So we're going to use a quick math symbol here because I think it's important that you guys see it. A lot of times mathematicians use theta for our angle, and theta just mentions that that's what our angle is. So theta is our angle and x is the magnitude. So this should be fairly easy because you see a right triangle. Using the Pythagorean theorem, we find out that our x is equal to 13 because it's a 5, 12, 13 right triangle. Next one is the direction. Now direction should be fairly easy. We want to find this angle. We have 5 and 12. I know we have 13, but we don't want to use it because we found it and we're trying to be safe. So we would use tan of theta equals 5 divided by 12. Then we do theta equals tan inverse of 5/12. Let's add it to the calculator. So 5/12. And we're doing tan inverse of that. So tan inverse of 5/12 is 22.62. Just double check that answer. 22.62. That's what our answer is. Next one, to find the magnitude, knowing that the guy walks 24 miles east and then turns north and walks 10 miles, we do Pythagorean theorem on this. Or you could realize this is also a 5, 12, 13 that we just multiplied by 2. So what I'm saying is 2 times 5, 2 times 12, then this must be 2 times 13, which is 26. So our magnitude is x equals 26. To find the angle, to find our theta, we have to use tan inverse. So tan inverse of 10/24 is equal to, should be the same thing, but we'll double check. So tan inverse of 10/24, 22.62. Now it's your turn. Try solving problems 1 and 2. Post your answers to Edmodo. But this time, I want you to send me a direct note and not post it to the entire class. That's all for now. I'll see you guys next time.